One of my clients was telling me a story the other day where on a Friday night, something happened, and then they said the rest of the weekend was a write-off. And this is something I hear often, like the rest of the week was a write-off, the rest of the weekend was a write-off. And I urge you guys to ask yourselves, like, why is it a write-off? Like, why does it have to be a write-off? What can potentially write off your weekend or your week? This is not a car. You can always make adjustments. You can always make some sort of a better decision if you need to. But thinking that the rest of the weekend or the rest of the week is a write-off is a way of thinking of 0 to 100. It's on or off. You're saying that you can't make any sort of change. You can't continue to work towards your goal. It's a write-off. I mean, let's say it's a wedding as an example. Is the wedding all day? No. Can you work out in the morning, maybe before you go to the ceremony? Probably. Can you maybe do something in between the ceremony and the celebration at night? Maybe. There's a lot of options here. And just because you're drinking, let's say, on a Friday night, doesn't mean you have to drink on Saturday and Sunday. Maybe you can consciously make the decision that Friday is the night this weekend that is my 20, and I'm not going to write off the rest of the weekend for this. I want you guys to move away from this on or off thinking that things are a write-off. They're only a write-off because you're saying to yourself, because of this one thing happened, I can't do anything else. It's a 0. Now I'm at 0, I'm not doing anything. And again, this is the same thing where like you have your windshield cracked and you decide to go smash all your other windows. Have you ever seen that happen? Have you got a flat tire and the first thing you thought to yourself is, I need to slash the other 3 tires? No, because it just doesn't make sense. But we are applying that same sort of thinking when we're saying it's a write-off. And I'm asking you, why is it a write-off? Like, what makes it a write-off? What tells you that you can't make any decisions that line up with your goal? You can't make most of the remaining decisions left off in that week or that weekend to line up with your goals. Please help me understand. Because not that I haven't experienced this, not that I haven't thought about this in the past, but I think once you get to recognize that every opportunity you come up against is an opportunity to make a decision that lines up with your goal, then you start treating things a little bit differently. It's not a write-off. You can still succeed even on a vacation. Do you need to be 100%? No, but you can still do something. You can still work out every day if you really wanted to. You can still choose the right meals when you're on vacation. You can still choose that the rest of the weekend will line up with your goal, and then that one meal on Saturday night doesn't. That's okay. But to think that because I had a piece of cake, that means I'm going to have the rest of the pie tomorrow, that's on or off. You're doing something that is too restrictive in some way, where you think that now's the opportunity to just do whatever I need to, and then say, okay, I'll reset on Monday. I'll reset on Friday, whatever it is. You're thinking too much 0 to 100. I'm urging you to go back to this 80-20. It's not on or off. It's a volume knob. And it's okay to turn down the volume slightly for some period of time for whatever thing you need to do and turn it back up again. But to think that it's a write-off, it's 0, it's off for some period of time is looking at this in the wrong way. It's looking at this as an on or off situation, and it's not. You're just, when you're doing something that doesn't line up a goal, you're just this period of time between 2 good decisions that line up with your goal, you just took a break for a little bit. That's the way I want you to look at it. The default decisions should be lining up with your goal. And then the off, the 20 is away from that, and it's just a small period of time that you're off and you go back onto making decisions that line up with your goal. But you're treating it like it's off, like a light switch stays off and then doesn't turn back on until you decide to turn it back on again. You instead are turning it down slightly to turn it back up. That's that period of time between these 2 on decisions, these 2 decisions that line up with their goal. So long-winded response here, but I don't think it's ever a write-off. That's what I want to urge on to you, because a write-off means 0, and you're never at 0. You're always can do something that lines up with your goal.